Hey, it's Coach Chris, and I'm going to show you now what a powerlifting workout can look like and how you can start it out. So we'll kind of start with a workout that would be more for a beginner to learn the moves, and then we'll do a second workout where we'll put the moves together into a dynamic powerlifting workout that can really build your strength, your speed, your quickness, and just make you much more powerful and explosive as an athlete. Be sure to leave a like for this video, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on. All right, so the great thing about this powerlifting workout is you don't need a lot of heavy weights. You are going to need some dumbbells, or you could use some resistance bands and substitute the resistance bands in for the weights. Now, the great thing about this powerlifting workout is I'm going to do it in a very small amount of space. I don't have a lot of weights, and I'm still going to be able to get the benefits of powerlifting, building my entire body up, becoming more explosive and stronger without a lot of equipment. So today I'm only going to have 15, 20, and 25 pounds, and then later in that second workout I will add in a 50-pound dumbbell. Now if you have access to barbells with plates, you can easily add those in, substitute the dumbbells. It might be a little bit harder to learn the movement starting out with a barbell, but if you are going to use a barbell, I would recommend putting no weight plates on and just using the barbell to learn how to do the movements correctly. Okay, our first movement is going to be squats. We're going to do 10 repetitions, and I'm just going to go light. We're just warming up and getting started. You always want to breathe out on your way up. Don't be like, here, I'm going to do one here. I'm going to hold my breath. Okay, that's much harder to do that lift. You want to exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Okay, I think that's 10. Okay, we'll take a break. Our next exercise is going to be thrusters. And again, I'm going to stay light with the weights because this is a pretty fast-paced workout. We're not taking long breaks in between. So if you want to lift heavier, you're probably going to need to do longer breaks in between your exercises. So the next one's thrusters. So I'm going to move up to 20s on this one. And that's a pretty good challenge here. So again, it's a squat with an overhead press put together, the thruster. Okay, that's 10 reps. Taking about another 30-40 second break. And then we're going to work in the beginner. We're going to do the jerk press. And so the jerk press is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to bend our knees a little bit. We'll have the weights up here. And we're just going to push and explode and then get into a lunge. From the side, it kind of look like this. You might have one foot slightly ahead of the other. Weights here. And get a little bounce there. And then push and extend. So we'll go with each foot. We'll do 5 reps to each side. I'll keep it light since we're still warming up. I'll just go 15 here. Then just kind of pause and hold that. We don't want to get too fast in our movements because then we can get injured. Because then we want everything to be under control, control the weights in our body, and really finish the movement. Okay, so we'll take a quick break, and then we'll just hit that left side. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a good finishing move on these because when you're playing basketball, obviously you're going to jump like that. You're going to jump to rebound, and we're really simulating that and building the core of our body in addition to our shoulders and our legs. All right, our next exercise will be the deadlift. Okay, looking at this without any weight, we want to scrape our knees. And kind of do this with your hands without weights. Get the feel of it. Let your hands run right down up and down your legs, and then squeeze your glutes as you come up. So I'm down right here below my knees somewhere. I feel that stretch in my hamstrings, and then I'll come up. All under control, not flailing, slow and controlled movement, squeezing at the top. All right, I'll move up to 25s for these. Since we're not going overhead at all, we're just using the lower body here, it's going to be easier to do a little more weight. We'll do 10 reps. Kind of keep your chin down. I'd look about 5 to 7 feet in front of you at the floor to maintain good alignment in your back and your neck. Okay, and just to show you this wrong, you don't want to flop all the way like that. That's not a good deadlift, okay? We want controlled, the weights in my feet. I feel my stomach being strong, and we just pull it up. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is going to be a shrug, and you may not think the shrug is part of powerlifting necessarily, but it is a part when we start to move into our clean and presses. All right, so now we're going to take a look at shrugs. So a shrug, you can do a lot more weight, but I'm not going to use a lot of weight here because once we move up into our actual clean and presses, we're not going to have as much weight. But when I'm shrugging, you're just kind of pulling up like that, and you can see my feet, my heels are coming off the ground. It's just kind of like somebody's kicking me in the butt, kind of. Okay, so I'm squeezing my glutes and just kind of pulling up like that, because that's building the movement for our cleans and presses. Because in a little while, we're going to be here, we're going to here, and then there. Okay, so we're just kind of learning to use that movement to start those weights up, get the force going to get those weights up to our shoulders. Okay, another movement will be upright rows, but we're going to incorporate those into a full upright row. Because again, we're going to be down here in the deadlift position, and we're going to come on up like that. It's going to be the start of our clean and press. So sideways, we're here. I can go down under control. You can see my heels are raising off. I'm using my legs and momentum to get those weights up. Because remember, we're powerlifting. We're not just doing stationary upright rows, and we're building up to those cleans, squats, and presses. So again, under control. I'm not bringing the weight past my chest here. Just want to bring it up right there. See how the weights go out? Weights go out because then they're going to come in when we start pressing. So make sure you click down below or up here to get your workout progress chart for your powerlifting workouts. I'll email it right over to you. Okay, so that's kind of the beginner workout to learn some of these movements. Now you can do a light set where you do 10 reps with a weight that's lighter, and then you can move into a medium or a little bit heavier weight. So if I was doing something at 15 pounds, I'd probably just move up to 20 for that. Move up about 5 pounds. Probably will be plenty enough, especially as you're learning to do these powerlifting moves and just get them down. All right, now we're going to look at the next workout, which is going to be more advanced. We're going to start putting all those moves together. We're going to clean and press. We're going to clean and squat. We're going to clean, squat, press. We're going to clean, squat, and jerk. And so we'll put those movements we did in workout 1 all into this workout, and it gets a lot more dynamic. You're going to be breathing hard, you're going to be sweating. If you're not, you probably need to up the weight a little bit to really get that heart pumping and the blood flowing. So if you're kind of learning these, that's fine to not be sweating, but as you go on and you learn the movements and how to do them correctly, you want to up the weights so that you're really getting a great workout while you're powerlifting. We'll do 2 sets of everything. We'll kind of go light, we'll go medium or heavy, depending on how you feel. Today I'm mostly going to go light and then medium, and then at the end I'll bring in the big dog and we'll do a heavy set. So the first one is just going to be cleans. So we're just going to get down into our position and come up here. We're going to bring it in. We're going to catch it. Okay, so that's what we learned before, that we want to get those weights out because then we're coming in with them. Again, you bring them back down under control. Now take a look at my feet here. So I'm adding a little bit of a hop into it. I'm not really leaving the ground more than about 1/8 of an inch, but I'm trying to really make this dynamic and a little bit of jump in there, just like you would in basketball. You're going to be getting off the floor, and it's developing that power and strength that you're going to need. And this is going to help you increase your vertical jump quite a bit if you haven't been doing this stuff. All right, take a little break, and then we'll move up. I'll move up to 20 pounds. That's one thing. If you haven't done powerlifting before, this is a great type of exercises. These are great type of exercises to add into your workouts, because I'll bet you'll add 3-4 inches to your vertical over the course of several months. You're just going to build so much power and explosiveness that you haven't gained because you haven't been doing this. All right, so let's look at the 20s here. Again, the movement's under control, and going back down is under control. That's the most important thing. Not how much weight you're doing. Check your ego at the door and use proper technique so that you don't get hurt. Now, when I'm doing these, I'm really pulling through my core. So when I'm here, I'm just not trying to fly these up with my shoulder muscles. I'm using my core to help lift these up. I can really feel that in my stomach, all right? Now we'll move to the next one, take a short break. Okay, now we're gonna go to clean and press. So it'll look like this. We'll be down here, we'll clean, catch, and then press. All right? I'll start with 15s. I'll go to 25s on the next one, so I'll be moving up 10 pounds, I'll go a little bit heavier. Okay? So clean and press. Turn towards you. See how the weights go out now. They're out and they're in, and then we press. Okay, take a break, and I'll move up here. So I'll do, again, if you want to build even more explosiveness strength, higher weights, lower reps. But if you're just starting out, keep the reps high, weight low, and learn to do the movement correctly. Okay, here we go. We'll go 5 reps on these. I'm moving it up here a little bit. If I was going to go 20, I'd probably go 10 reps. But since I'm bumping it up a little bit, I'll do 5. And sometimes, it's okay to move up in weight and just see what you can do after you've learned these a little bit. I'll show you that later when I get my 50-pounder out here. Okay, so we go here, clean and press, 5 reps. Really pulling through that stomach down there to engage the core and help get the weights up. and the weights are staying in line. Okay, that's important. So the weights aren't getting out here, they're here, they're staying in line with my body, and I'm always in control of them. So don't let them flail when you lift. You need to go down in weight if you're doing that. All right, we'll move to a clean and squat next. I'll bump it up a little bit here. I'll go 20. Since I'm just engaging the legs, I'm going to be able to do a little more weight. Still make it a challenge. So we'll do 10 reps here, clean and squat. Keep that breathing going. Adding that little explosive hop to it. More power, engages more muscle. Okay, I'll take a short break. And I'll hit 5 reps at 25. Again, we keep the pace of the workout moving, so it's a little bit of cardio too here. Making me breathe hard, heart's beating, heart rate's up, and so I'm getting a great conditioning workout in addition to building strength and power. Ever ran upstairs? This is similar to that, except you're building more muscles. That's how you should feel. Okay, I'll go 5 clean and squats. Now, once your technique starts to go, I would just stop. So sometimes I'm doing this workout and I'll hit, let's say I'm doing 5 reps. I get to rep 3 and it was a little bit iffy on the quality of the movement. I'll just stop right there. I don't want to do anything that doesn't have great technique and form and risk getting injured. Okay, this is the clean squat press. This is putting it all together now. This is what I would call the hardest movement because it's all the movements together. All right, so I'm gonna go 20. Again, this is a lot of legs. And I'm gonna do this more explosively. So let me just show you one where if you're still learning, I would do it like this. Clean, squat, and then pause, and then press to slow it down. Now I'm not gonna pause. I'm gonna go right out of the squat, up into the press, because again, it's more explosive. And I wanna be an explosive athlete. I gotta train in my powerlifting like an explosive athlete. Okay, here we go. Gonna do 10. Again, the weights are going out on the clean. I'm not bringing them in. So last one, weights are out, they're in. I squat and I press, all right? We'll take a break, we'll move up and do 5 reps. Okay, here we go, we'll do 5 reps. Clean squat press. Moving up in weight. Okay, here we go. Clean squat press. I'm going a little bit heavier now. Okay. Again, you want more out of your weight workouts? Put powerlifting in there. You'll burn more calories, you'll get in better shape, and you'll just feel a lot better after doing this workout. All right, so our next movement is going to be clean squat jerk. So again, same thing. We're going to clean, catch, squat. Now again, if you're a beginner, I'd come up here, knees are bent still, and I'd pause, and then jerk from there. Now, I'm gonna go all the way through. Out of the squat, I'm going right into the jerk. So it's gonna be clean, squat, right into the jerk. Okay, so once you get that down, make it more explosive. All right, I'm gonna do 10 reps. So I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Anytime I'm doing these workouts, I just adjust. Some days, hey man, I'm old. Some days I feel better, some days I don't feel so hot. So I just kind of adjust my weights according to that day and how I feel. And then always try to find a time to work out during the day where you have the most energy. Because this is a great workout, but it takes a lot of energy. Here we go. So we're going clean squat, jerk. I'm going right foot first. We'll do 5 reps. And then we'll bump it up and go heavier. Again, back under control, reset my feet. Each rep is individual. Don't try to run through them and get too fast. Each rep is on its own. Now, I will tell you, having worked with players and athletes, this isn't going to be easy for everybody. It takes some coordination. So not only are we talking about explosiveness and athleticism, we're talking about balance, landing on balance, under control. And we're talking about coordination, being able to do these movements and get more coordination. So if you have an athlete or child at home who's maybe not the most coordinated, do these with light weights, learn them, and just have them teach their bodies how to move more athletically and better. All right, so now we're gonna bump it up. I'm gonna go up 10 pounds on these. I'll go to 25, and we'll do 5 more clean squat and jerks with the same leg. So I'm going with my right leg forward, and then we'll switch the reps to my left. Really got to push through. When you're down in that squat, it does make it harder because you got to push through to the top from the bottom. Okay, there's 5. Now you may not have dumbbells, you got barbells, maybe you don't have either one of those. Get you some resistance bands. Or you can even use a heavy ball, a medicine ball, to do some of these. So let me just grab a basketball here and show you how you could even just work on these with a basketball quick. So I could be down here, bring it to my chest, I can squat, then I can jerk. So again, if you have a 3, 4, 5, 8 pound, 10 pound ball or whatever you got, you can use that and just do it with 2 hands as well. So here I can't really clean this. I can't do that part of it, but I can get it to there. That's kind of my clean, chinning the ball. And then I can just press too from there. I go clean, squat, jerk. So there's just another tool you can use. All right, so now we'll go back and we'll go with the left leg. 5 reps. Lightweight. If you got a mirror you can work out in front of, that'd be great to use the mirror so you can watch yourself and see what you look like. See if your butt's down and you're not all hunched over. Stare straight at the mirror and see if your weights are coming out and then in. Okay, one more. Okay, we'll bump it up. 10 pounds. Catch a break. Now you can use a Tabata timer while you're doing this. So you can set up, it's gonna take me 30 seconds to do the work, and then I'll give myself 40 seconds or whatever I need to rest. And that Tabata timer will start dinging when it's time to get back to work, and then it'll ding when you're done, and then you can rest. It's a great way to keep yourself on a good pace, is to use a timer. Okay, here we go, 5 reps left. Again, I want to be on balance. After I jerk, I shouldn't be falling all over. One more. Okay. Now, we'll do that last. We'll do the clean squat, jerk, and that's one with a dumbbell. We can do one side with one dumbbell, and then work the other side. So you can get into a little bit heavier weight here. Now, I would say the dumbbells are great to learn this, and the plates are going to be, weight plates and weight barbell are going to be easier if you have that to continually move up in weight, because obviously I want to keep moving up too far. I'm either need a lot more dumbbells or I'll need one of those Bowflex adjustable weights. But even as you get up in weights on those, they get kind of big and bulky. So as you get better at this, you can start mixing in the barbell if you have that. And I'll tell you what, the barbell, for me anyway, it takes it to another level. It really is hard. You don't have to move up a whole lot of weight. The barbell, for whatever reason, just challenges me a lot more and makes some of the movements quite hard, especially once you try to move up in weight. So if you got 2.5 pound weights you can add to the barbells, that'd be great, so you can just really move up slowly without having to jump a lot. Now these one arm movements, once we get into the one arm here, we're working on one side. It's a little more like going up off one foot in basketball. So now you can add a little bit more weight to these one arms than you can the two, and then it's going to simulate, jumping up and finishing at the hoop. So again, we're working on our vertical jump. We're working on that core being strong, so if we get hit, we can finish a play and get the and one, and we'll take on contact because we're stronger now. Okay, so the one arm is going to look like this. We're the same thing. Just right here, we're just going to go clean, squat, jerk. Okay, that's simple. Just one arm. So I'm going to go 5 left, right, and then I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to do a 50-pound dumbbell, and we'll see how many reps I can do. All right, because I'm always writing these down, writing my weights down, always trying to move up on every exercise, typically except for the beginning of the workout where I am just warming up and getting loose. Okay, so let's hit 5 clean squat jerks on the right side here. And here I am, going up to the basket, putting the ball over my head into the hoop. Getting a lot stronger. Gonna take that contact and finish at the rim. And again, these are great exercises. Powerlifting this way is a great way to build your overall strength. It's not really going to make you big and bulky. Those guys you see in the competitions for powerlifting, you know, they're almost round. They're so big. But that's their job, is to lift hundreds and hundreds, 500, 600, 700, 1,000 pounds, whatever it is. That's not what you're training for. You're training to be more explosive and athletic. And a lot of those guys, even though they are short and squatty looking, I've heard a lot of those guys can dunk because they just have so much strength and power from powerlifting. And then you can reap these benefits as well without having to look like a true power lifter does. Okay, so let's hit 5. I'll move it up. That wasn't too bad. I'm gonna go at 5. I'll go 25 on the left side here. So I got that weight in right under, strong. Shoulders holding it, it's in tight. I'm in control of the weight. It's easy to press in, easy to press. All right, give myself a little break. We're gonna move into the 50. So I'm gonna see if I can do 50 with one arm. And I can just go one side, or I can do both sides with the 50. But that'll challenge me. Challenge my form. It'll challenge my strength and explosiveness as well. Here we go. Hey, this isn't one of them fake weights some of those people on Instagram lift that aren't real. This is real. Here we go. Okay, breathing's important to do this. The heavier weights you get, it's important that you breathe. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. 3 was good. I don't want to lose my form. I'll finish up with 3 more on the left side. So that way I'm practicing there, going off that left foot to the hoop. And now I'll be practicing going off my right foot to the hoop. Okay, here we go. See if we can do 3. Okay, so that's the more advanced powerlifting version, where you're putting all the movements together. You're going a little bit lighter to heavier. Write your weights down so you know what you're doing. And I'd say do this workout, at least twice a week. No more than twice a week probably be good. Or if you already have a program that you're lifting in, incorporate some of these movements into that program.